Welcome back to another episode of Eakin It Real. Adam Barton with the People's Champ and Mitchell Day with us today. What's going on, Mitch?
Hey, America. Adam.
Nice to see you. Nice to
People's
see you.
Champ. I can't believe I'm with these two guys, man. These guys are my heroes, man, and have been for a long time.
You've been following us on social media for what, about 5 years now, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. When the podcast first came out, I just tuned straight into your guys' Facebook, and that's where I pick up the podcast, or on Apple, I think. Apple Tunes.
Yeah, it's on Apple Tunes.
From there.
Yep.
But holy wow, what a great podcast.
What do you like about it? What do you like the most about it?
You know, when you look at other businesses that try the podcast thing, it's all about the business, you know, and it's just apparent. And from the start, here at Dennis Eakin Kia, you can just see it's not that atmosphere, you know, and you can get that in the podcast because it's about people, and that's really the People's Champ. You know, I almost played into that,
yes,
right?
Sir.
This is not scripted, I swear to God.
We had never scripted. I got a couple notes right here. We can just throw those out, right? Never scripted, always off the dome.
But I'm serious. You know, if not even just with podcasts, talk about dealerships. And I've bought a lot of cars for a long time. And you guys were talking about car dudes. You know my email is car.dude, right?
Yeah.
So I did it on Hotmail and Gmail both, you know, so nobody else can steal. I may sell it to you one day.
I might buy that. Mine is closing one every day.
Yeah, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. But in a lot of other dealerships you walk into, and the poor salesmen are in ties and slacks, and hey, this is Texas. I'm like, you got to be crazy, man.
Welcome to Texas, baby.
Yeah, you come into this dealership and your salesman. In fact, one of them sold me a Raptor over across the street, and a great guy.
He remembered you?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. But it's just such a good atmosphere and good people from Dennis Eakin all the way down through the staff and Killeen and to your salespeople. And that reflects leadership.
Yeah.
That's all about leadership.
I believe that. 100%.
See, I believe that too. Like as far as like the suit and ties, I did that a while back in Waco, and I remember a customer came in that I just couldn't close, and that barely happens. Seriously, I'm not even like tooting my own horn, right? But like, he was just like, "You're just too professional, man." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you're too professional." And you know the way they train you, they want you to talk about this gets this much gas mileage, this gets this, and you can go this far, and then, you know, and he's like, I didn't ask about none of that. That's when I told you a long time ago, Adam, remember I was like, I come to buy a Hellcat, I don't give a damn about the gas mileage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was like, you're just too professional, man. I'm gonna just take my business somewhere else. I went to the manager, he was way more professional than me.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was gone. And then, you know, when you be yourself, you let people, of course you have to dress the part, right? But if you let people be themselves, and you know, I don't want to be nobody else. I want to be me, and I want to talk to you how I want to talk to you, and hopefully you love me for who I am. If not, we'll get you. We have somebody here that'll fit your personality. You know what I mean?
Well, importantly, to piggyback off that is so many people try to be something that they're not selling cars. They ought to just jump out of the business sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, that's real. Like, people don't want to deal with fake. They want real. That's why we Eakin It Real around here.
Yeah.
Eakin It Real.
So I want to point out, because I always give respect to my military, because I love my military. Mr. Day here was a retired lieutenant colonel after 33 years in the Army.
Yeah, I'm a slow learner.
Oh, congratulations.
A lot of people spend 4 years and they jump out, or, you know, they get to 20 and they jump out. But, man, I'm just a slow learner and a glutton for punishment. So, yeah, 33 years. Loved it. Would never do anything different.
What all countries did you visit while you were in the Army?
Oh, I can't count them. I literally was all over the world. Spent a lot of time in Europe, Germany, Belgium. In fact, my daughter was born in Heidelberg, Germany, and another in Pisa, Italy. So, yeah.
Did you get a chance to meet Mr. Eakin today when you came in?
I did.
Did he ever pick you up in a helicopter from the battlefield?
You know,
did you guys ever figure that out?
We are close in age. You can tell from my stunning looks. And, oh, by the way, look, folks, they had me follow Miss Oklahoma, the ugliest guy in Texas.
Oh, he's
next
not.
to the most beautiful lady in Oklahoma. But
Well, that's not saying much, to be honest. Oklahoma, I don't want to be mean. Texas girls are a lot prettier. I gotta say that.
I totally agree with you 100%.
I never thought I'd say that, especially on air, but I gotta give it up for them Texas girls.
And this is a guy from
Put on
Oklahoma.
for Texas, but if it's Oklahoma's watching this, he's on his own. I'm coming for pizza.
He said, "I'm coming for pizza." You know, you can't really say that, Chad. I think pizza is a code word for weird things these days.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's not just pizza anymore.
Yeah, but
The word's out.
happens.
The word's out. He's going to be
Did I go
followed.
there? I just went there. Do you guys even know what I'm talking about? You know what? Next.
I'm gonna turn that pizza into a car deal.
Hey, so Chad, you're sitting next to a car guy like yourself, though. Mitch should have been a car salesperson. You know, he's more
He
into
still
cars.
can. Tell him, come
He's more
on.
into cars than most people. Tell him about your hot rods, Mitch.
I've got a couple hot rods, man. Just a fun thing. You know,
Yeah.
they're just cars. But right now in my stable, I've got 1966 Chevelle SS, a
bad, boy.
67 Camaro convertible SS, and a 68 Shelby KT500 convertible.
Nice stuff.
And I got a couple others in the mix and the build that are coming up. When my F100 gets done, oh my God, forget about it.
Yeah,
This thing is-
my uncle, I call him, was my uncle Alton. He passed away, but his best friend, one of his best friends, John Balio in Waco, he does all the hot rods. He's got some bad toys.
Wow.
He took a whole Crown Vic, the Crown Vic frame, motor, transmission, pulled the Crown Vic off the top of the frame, redid everything, motor, transmission, everything, put the F100 right on top of it. It's a Crown Vic,
That
but an
is
F100, and it is nice.
Wow.
He's got a 66, 67, and 68 Camaro. He's got they call them rat rods. He calls it something else, the Ford 100.
F100.
No, it's the coupe, the little hot rod
Oh,
car
yeah,
with no
yeah,
hood.
yeah,
He's
street
got
coupe.
he's got 3 of them. He's got he does drag racing a lot.
Man, I got to meet that guy.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's your speed right there.
Yeah, it's what's his company called? It's a tire shop, but he does everything. It's hot
Yeah.
rods. It's right there in Belmead off Belmead Drive.
My
Right across from that Rabbit's Auto Sales.
Right across
Yeah,
from Avis Auto
yeah.
I know
Sales.
where that's at.
Yeah, John Balio.
John Balio.
And I got I got a 96 Impala SS in
That's what
mint
he was
condition.
telling me about. I
Yeah.
want to see that.
And then I got a 72 Buick LeSabre convertible, completely redone.
nice.
LS swap, everything.
Nice. This will make you happy, man. And this will make all the Ford people mad. And I'm not a Ford guy.
I never
So,
was neither, but I am.
Yeah.
I got a F-150 Roush supercharged.
Nice. That's the right kind to have.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped an LS engine into my F100. So it's out at the car
A lot of
shop.
people are doing that.
A guy named Neil Elliott is doing that for me out of the car shop in Harker Heights, and then it'll go over to Darren Rich for paint. And this thing was
Yeah.
totally done
Yeah.
when I got. It's already been 100% done, and then it'll be another podcast. I'll tell you the horror stories. So hey, make sure you go to the right folks when you're doing that.
You ain't
Go-
lying. I
go
spent
to-
a lot of money going to 3-4 different ones.
Yes, go to Neil or go to his uncle, man.
So can I ask you a question? Let's
Yeah.
talk about that. Were you just trying to save money?
No, not at all. And it, to me, it's not about the money, you know. And I think you know that. I traded a '58 Corvette, and this Corvette was
The red one.
Yeah, it was beautiful. The hard top, soft top, numbers matching, everything. And I always wanted a fastback Mustang, right? So I put it out there in a few Mustang spots, and I got some hits, and I almost pulled the trigger, but a guy came up with this '68 Shelby, and you know, it's got AC, and that was the clincher for me.
It has air conditioning?
This is Texas.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
AC. And so I traded that. I didn't care if there was a price difference. We just swapped cars, you know. And that's the way I am. That's
Pink
the way I
slip for
see it.
pink slip.
Pink slip for pink slip.
Man,
No racing.
No
but I
racing?
had taken him in the Corvette.
I bet you would have, for sure, because you know the streets around there.
Yeah, it's about nerve.
Yeah, you would have been around Denman's Loop. Just
Just hitting it.
Yeah.
So what I was getting at is, you know, you didn't have a good experience, and I think a lot of times we can relate to that with people in the car business. They'll come in upset or with their guard up because they've had such a bad experience somewhere else, and it just carries over to the next people.
Yes.
If they would have just started with us, they'd just been happy.
You just
You
be
know what I
happy
mean?
the whole time.
Just come here first, you know?
Yeah.
Like I guess, do you shop around to save a couple $100, or do you finally at what point do you go, man, I just want what I want, and this place is going to take care of me. What would you do?
Really, it's more about the attitude when I go in there, you know, and I'm straight up. So when I go, and I buy a lot of cars. In fact, your salesman in here, when he was working across the street, sold me 2 trucks in a matter of like 3 years, you know. And if I find a good salesman, then I'm loyal. I'll stay with that person. Or a good dealership that takes care of me, I'll stay with that person.
Yeah.
And you'll be surprised. A couple thousand in options is nothing compared to both the quality of life and the resale later on, you know, when you're trading them back in. You can buy low end and save a few $100, you know, but these guys you guys do this for a living. So you know the best things to put in a car. And really, when you upgrade a couple times, the difference is minimal.
What's really cool with Kia is even the base model has pretty much all the equipment.
Yeah.
I think it's the best car on the market for the price tag. Lane assist. I mean, Chad, you can go into more of that. What's your customer's favorite product that we're selling?
K4s, K5s. I got a lot of people want to Tellurides, but the K4 and K5 for sure. Because you got to think, like, all right, so let's just talk about my aunt for a minute. She wants a Tahoe. I have a Tahoe. You know what I'm saying? $1,600 a month bill, of course.
Of course.
And then you come look at a Telluride, you pay $800 a month, and it's got more than the Tahoe. And it's got the same. Everybody thinks the Telluride is smaller. It's really not. It's the same on the inside.
Yeah, on the inside.
It's just not on a truck frame.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's usually no room in the back of a Tahoe. Like if you got kids, you can't even put a car. You can't even put a stroller back there.
Yep. So I'm
sorry, Chevy.
So you take
Sorry,
you know, you got these, like the X Pro, fully loaded, brown real leather, suede top, double sunroof, like. It's like, wow, you hit a little button, it drives itself. You know, it's just crazy. Kia came a long way. Like, then they got Harman Kardon stereo that goes in BMW and
I heard
Mercedes.
you pulling up. I heard you pulling up. That's when I knew you were here. I was like, the champ's here.
I love the K5.
25 minutes late, but no one's.
What happened was
I
went through Temple.
Hey, what's up with Waco? Did they screw up the streets up there again?
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
What in the world? I thought
it's
they just
always
fixed
something.
that.
It's a way to get people down into the town to ride up the businesses, man.
Is that what they do? They're diverting people through that downtown part of Waco?
It's a conspiracy, but I think so.
Yeah, there's something going on down there.
Hey, going back to the Kia side, though, my daughter just sold her Kia. And I really was talking about trying to get her in here, and she wanted this RAV4, you know, and I'm like, man.
That's a Toyota.
Yes, you got to check out the Kia, because the Kia is so much nicer.
Which was it, Morgan?
It was Hunter.
Oh, okay.
And
I was going to say, if it was Morgan, I'm just going to text her right now. What are you doing?
But I'll tell you, the sell, we didn't do the trade-in. We sold it. So it was a 2019, had 160,000 miles. And if you look at the blue book on that, I mean, it held its value.
It's pretty good.
Crazy how Kia's really stayed.
Well, the best thing about Kia, let's just forget most of everything, right? 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Yeah.
Nobody offers that. That's crazy. That means when your car is paid off, you still got 3-4 years worth of, you know, warranty.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay extra, come out of your pocket. You know, then you don't have to worry about them saying, oh, well, this ain't covered. Oh, we found a little loophole here. Cause that's just what goes on.
Well, you can buy it here, and it's a lifetime warranty.
Yeah.
You know, not just the 100,000 mile, but it's a lifetime warranty here. And did you know, Mitch, that right now, if you wanted to go electric, you know, I've got the EV6, 0% for 60 months, or I'd give you $8,000 off if you bought one today.
That's pretty tempting. It really is.
I'll even give you a check for $8,000. We'll just do it that way.
I kind of like that.
Yeah,
there
you go.
Now we're
Buy
talking.
some more car parts.
See, why did I let her buy it? R4, that was crazy.
Well, you know, happy wife thing, right? You know, your wife is so special, though. She's gonna do what she wants to do, and you guys are so funny.
Yeah. Tell me, yes, America, she is.
What's up, Joe Day?
But hey, let me tell you, I gotta ask, where did the People's Champ nickname come from?
So that came from Marstaller Motors. I started at a Ford Lincoln dealership.
Yeah.
And I just got in. I'm straight off the streets, man. I'm just don't know nothing. You know what I mean? I get in there, and I'm telling Jeff Hanna he's married into the Marstallers. He's married to Pat, which is pretty much the boss.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm like, man, I know that I have a lot of people in the door that can't buy cars. That's just how it goes, right? I'm young. They're about the same age as me. And I'm like, hey, come on, let's sell some cars. I'm going to sell you whatever you want. So they come up there. I'm trying to sell cars. They keep saying you need a cosign. I'm like, all right, explain to me what a cosigner is. I don't know exactly what that is. So he explained to me, man, I sat over there, man, and went through what I do now. I go through a whole family tree, neighbor, whoever you got that'll say, yeah, we're going to use them, right?
Yeah.
So I get all the way through, and then like a day came where I sold like 4 in one day. I started December 10th of December 16th of 2010, and I sold 24 cars. I beat the guy Pawpaw. And then after that, they gave me a little bonus, made me feel good, and he's like, you're the people's champ. And then I didn't like the People's Champ. I was a rapper at the time too. I was called the Polar Bear and all this other stuff, right? And I'm like, don't call me the People's Champ because Paul Wall, he's a rapper, he's the People's Champ, right?
Yeah.
And then you got The Rock, who's the People's Champ. I feel like don't make fun of me, bro. I like the hot side, right? So he just kept going with the People's Champ, and I hated it for like a year and a half. And the next thing you know, people are coming in asking for the People's Champ. They're not asking for Chad.
You know, we need to do a rap together.
Yeah.
3 of us, actually. You got a place over at your thing.
Yeah, I got a little music studio going on at my place.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
We
Adam
could
does
get
some
my daughter in. We could get your daughter. We could make this rock.
We can make this rock, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you where he got his name, right? This is the deal maker, and he's going to get embarrassed. So if it's okay that I let the bag.
No, yeah,
let
we
the cat out of the bag.
let's get uncomfortable. Why not?
Yeah, listen.
So we were
like,
in New
no,
York, and we were playing golf, and this guy is a mad golfer. I can't golf to save my life, but I can drive a golf cart. Man, I can drive a golf cart if I haven't had a couple adult beverages. But so we're driving, and we run into this other couple, and you know, Adam talks to everybody. And so he's talking to this guy, and I'm not going to say the guy's name just because it's not the right thing to do, but we'll say DT. I call him DT. So Adam's talking to him, and they're really talking about all kinds of good stuff. And soon after that little round of golf, DT did this book called The Art of the Deal.
Okay.
And so he inspired DT. If you haven't read The Art of the Deal, you need to. He inspired Don to write that.
Can't say his name.
DT. He inspired DT to write The Art of the Deal. The deal maker right here, #1 guy in America. He could go anywhere, and he stays right. I thought you were going somewhere else, and I thought it was crazy. What happened?
Whoa, okay. So, man, you know, I actually took a job in San Angelo. You know, for whatever reason, I don't have any ties here in Central Texas. My kids are in Oklahoma. You know, I can go anywhere in the world and work, and I'm here. And it was an opportunity. I brought in a bunch of people here and had this place really killing it. And so I knew that the store wouldn't go backwards. It would only move forward, going forward. And so I thought I was leaving the Eakins in a really good position. And I wouldn't have left at all if that wasn't where it was at. But really what it turned out is I just took a 2-week vacation, you know, the hard way. And so I really got to thinking about things, and I think a lot of times we make decisions and they're quick and we're just going off of emotion. And as I work on myself, like the girl before you was talking about, we all have this little journey. Somewhere in my journey, I thought that was going to be something I wanted to do. It was going to get me to Florida, ultimately, which is, I've always dreamed of owning a few businesses in Florida. And so, but after speaking to Dennis, you know, which he's got the coolest office, we were in there talking. And it's like so cool.
And then I'm calling him every day.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And then Miss Patty was calling me every day, sending me scriptures, just you know, really kind of touched my heart. And then when me and Mrs. Kimberly sat down, she was just like, I just got back from vacation. I was talking to this employee, and I was so happy with this employee because all of his reports are great. And she goes, I walked away, and I'm like, man, that's Adam's guy. Then she walks past the People's Champ. She's like, that's Adam's guy. And then she, you know, we got some really great employees here. 2 of them are actually some salespeople I recruited in. They're on a cruise right now because they were the top 2 of the 3 that won a contest. And so she's signing the checks to send them off to Mexico. She's like, these are Adam's people. And she's like, this is Adam's store. Like, why would he leave here? and no one saw it coming. It just one day, I just walked in and it was it. And I think I shocked the world with it a little bit. But I think ultimately what it did was it just really kind of put things in perspective for everybody. You got to miss something sometimes to know what you got. And that went on my part too. I was so depressed the whole time I was planning to leave.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get myself to pack my bag, man.
And then at the end of the day, like in the car business, most places you're just a number,
Yeah.
you know. So you already feel like, hey, whatever, you know what I'm saying. You didn't know that they really care until you actually see it. And now it's like,
and you hear
I'm not going nowhere for sure.
You hear
moving.
about, and this is a great story. And the people, Mr. Eakin, Kimberly, Killeen, all the people that work here, just really good people. But I always just kind of, I'm in my nature. I've moved around. I've sold cars in every single state except for Hawaii, Pennsylvania, North and South Dakota.
Wow.
And when I say I sold cars there, I had a business where I traveled all over the United States, put on big sales events at stores. So I lived in that town for 2 weeks. So I've been a lot of places and seen a lot of things. And I've just always been in a situation where I can go anywhere and sell cars. And I like to be on little journeys, and I'm good with being alone and on a journey too. So it just makes you grow. Getting uncomfortable is part of it. But I was gonna make a big mistake, and I was really blessed that I didn't follow through with that.
Yeah, we all are.
Thank you.
You can tell, though. Again, it goes back to the atmosphere. You walk in, and this is a family atmosphere. Very important. And let me just throw something out. If people didn't know, Dennis Eakin is a patriot. He's been a patriot for a lot of years. He flew Hueys in Vietnam and would go into places that were crazy dangerous to bring out our American men and women. So a true hero, a supporter. But the reason I say that is he's a leader and he's a servant leader, and that reflects down through his kids, down through the folks that are employed at the dealership, and that's what would keep me coming back to Dennis Kia. And I'll tell you, if my kids ever buy another car, I will cut my leg off to get them in here because, again, I want that kind of support from the folks. And again, it's a family. So, wow, this guy, the deal maker, the people's champ. I feel like I'm in heaven, man.
I feel like I just got replaced on this podcast.
he did his thing.
You did good. Is this your first podcast?
No, it's terrible, man.
This is not your first podcast by any far. Mitchell Day is one of the most interesting men I've ever met, and I've been on a journey, met a lot of people. This guy's so awesome. Talking about helping people. I know you've got a bunch of properties, and I know that the way you operate, Mitch has got a bunch of properties, and he takes care of his people. Like when the taxes go up, like he doesn't raise the rent on people. And I've always been like, why don't you do that? Like you're just eating into your profits. And he's like, because it's about the people. And I'm like, is this guy for real? I think I've known you for almost 6 years now, and it's consistent. So, just a great person. He's actually also like a really good psychologist because I've had many days in that man cave where he's kept my head straight and just the enlightenment of the way to look at things, different perspectives.
Hey, see, Mom, look, my mother is 83. She's blind. She drives a golf cart all around. She didn't think that my graduate degree in psychology would go anywhere. But this is proof, Mom.
Yes.
It paid off. Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. How's Mom? She doing good?
She's good. She didn't pay for it, so hey, Mom, you owe me for my graduate degree and my undergraduate.
Yeah, you owe me, Mom. She's so cool.
She's doing good. She is stubborn as can be. She refuses to let me mow her lawn. I mean, she's a great lady.
First time I met her, she was picking up rocks and throwing them on a trailer. I'm like, no, let me help. And she's like, get away from me.
No, for real.
I'm like, okay.
Bonnie Cross is hard as woodpecker lips, that lady. I mean, she could go up against the champ here. I really think she could.
I wouldn't mess with Bonnie.
Nah,
Not even a little.
She's got shorter hair than you, though, and more tattoos. So.
Oh, for real?
And a glass eye. Her glass
Hey,
eye.
my boy's tatted up too, y'all. We have to let y'all know, man. He's tatted.
He's
tatted,
tatted.
man.
It's addicting, man. And shout out to.
Go ahead and show the camera you're tatted, man. Show the world, man.
Give it to him.
Shout out, give it to him, man.
Shout out to
Hey, man, we both tatted. I'm a little big, man.
Yeah.
We tatted, man.
Got some on the back. Shout out to Daniel Krantz, man. He's a phenomenal artist. And
Daniel did my son's lion tattoo.
Yeah,
Is he still at the same spot?
He isn't, man. He's actually back down here at in Killeen.
Okay.
So,
Where's he at? Do you know?
shame on me, but I'll send it to you. Maybe you guys can.
Maybe I'll hit him up. Get a free tattoo. Get him on the podcast. Something like
Phenomenal guy. I love that.
You hear that, Daniel? Coming for you. Free tattoo.
Hook him up, man. We need to get him ready.
Oh yeah. Well, guys,
give
Wait.
him one time a week for a whole year to look like me. I'm ready.
I have one question based on the last podcast. What is your spirit animal? You guys probably talked about it.
Oh wow, dude. I don't know what my spirit animal is. I guess someone that just so I'm really in tune with vibrations, energy. I believe that we're not the only species in the entire existence. There's no way that God can say, oh, I love you guys are enough, you know. Like if God loves all of us, why couldn't he love you even more? Like there's a galaxy out there, and so I just don't know, man. I used to call myself a conspiracy theorist, but you know that's like a word that the government's used to turn it around on people. So
he's a lion guy, but you know he would never admit to it. I almost bought them this great big lion painting. What's yours? What's yours, champ?
Man, I'm not in tune with none of that. I don't even know what to say.
You really got to find out.
I know. All I do is I just go every day.
Yeah.
I don't have plans. I don't know what the I'm doing next. I just know I'm selling cars. Like I have 30 people hit me. What are we doing this weekend? I don't know. He even asked me.
There is not somebody with a better work ethic in this business than this guy right here.
Oh, thanks, bro.
And I'd put that. I mean, we could have me, you, Corey with the keys, old boy from San Angelo, Oscar, all of them sitting here. You would outwork. I guarantee you outwork those guys.
Yeah.
And they can't do what you do. They can't do what you do. They don't. I mean, you get people approved. You sell that many cars, and you do it through banks. This isn't a buy here, pay here. I'm not loaning out my own personal money. You do it through banks the right way so people can build their credit and get out of a situation and move up. And that's hard to do.
Totally helps. I would say it's probably an eagle, man, but you got to look it up because it's a Native American kind of thing, and it's got a good vibe.
So
it'll help you.
So I would say.
Clarity.
So you said spirit animal, like so the actual animal. What's your,
And you can feel what you feel, but if you look it up and you actually look and do some research, you'll find out that whatever they tell you, whatever the spirits tell you, that is your animal. Mine's a beaver. I didn't want a beaver, man. I wanted something tough.
I was gonna say kangaroo. Have you seen that kangaroo with the chest where it's like, "What's up?"
And that was awesome.
Yeah,
Hold on, man.
Yeah.
He said, mine's a beaver.
Mine's a
I wanted
beaver.
something tougher. I didn't want that.
I'm embarrassed to say that, but I can't escape it, man. It's a beaver.
It's exactly what you are, though, because you're never not doing.
The weird thing is, I went to school in Oregon. My undergrad was at Oregon State. Their alma mater is the Beavers, right? So I didn't know back then my spirit animal, but you got to do some research. America, find out your spirit animal.
Find out
Get
your
in touch.
spirit animal. Hey guys, join us again. Mitch, thanks so much for being on.
I love you, brother.
Love you, man. Thank you for short notice. Chad, People's Champ, thanks for your
Wow,
time.
the people's champ. We got
Guys, don't forget we got 0%, 60 months, EV6, or come on by today. I'll give you $8,000 off. Let's go.
And not only that, man, we got zero down specials too. A lot of people ain't giving that the line about it. Hey, we really have zero down specials. Come in to see what we can do. Holler at the champ. It's going down. Go, Dick.